Word of advice, photographers, if you don't want to piss the farmers off and you really feel the need to go in their fields and take pictures before they've cut the grass, stick to the tracks. It ain't that hard. Because I know a few farmers and they're getting pissed off with us photographers or people running through the fucking grass wrecking it. Cool. Cheers. Bye. Right, how you doing all? Just a quick one. I know I've shot this scene 100 million times of the day marker. Looks quite cool there, doesn't it? But what I wanted to do was a shot in real time to show what the big stopper does. I'm just going to place you on the side, tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to cut the video or skip it up or anything like that. So if you want to try it, you can just do it along beside me. Hopefully that makes sense. The reason I'm going to use the big stopper on this scene here is because we've got all this grass in the foreground. So hopefully if I can get like a 30-second exposure, all this grass will be nice and moving, and then the day marker will anchor the shot. It's nice and still. Obviously it ain't going to move because it's made out of stone, and hopefully we'll get a bit of movement in the sky. I'd like more clouds up there, but basically this is me setup. I've got a Canon, I was going to say 5D Mark II, not anymore. Got the Canon EOS R, which I absolutely love. Tilt out screen, saves my back. I'm using my old, actually I've been using a lot, my Canon RF lens, which is a 24-105 I like, but I love the Canon EF 17-40. It's just 24 is wide, but 17 is just a little bit wider, and I love it when I'm not necessarily now because I'm doing a landscape shot, but when I'm doing a portrait shot, you can get all that detail. You can almost take a picture from your foot to the sky, and I absolutely love it. So for this shot, Canon EOS R, the EF 17-40, the little adapter so I can use my EF lens on the Canon RF mount, and this is my big stopper. At the minute I've got my camera on the tripod. Info. Ooh, I'm going. Just a minute ago I didn't need a graduated filter for the sky, but I might need one now. That's something I've noticed with this Canon EOS R. The dynamic range is so much better than the Canon 5D Mark II. 9 times out of 10 when I used to take a landscape shot with a Canon 5D Mark II, if it had the sky in it, 9 times out of 10 I needed to put a graduated filter in to slow the sky down unless the sun was behind me. But I'm noticing with this Canon EOS R the dynamic range is so good, I don't need a graduated filter as much, because I can see on the back of the camera. I'm like, blimey, I can see clouds and I can see shadows, which I never used to get before. But it looks like now I might need. I'm not saying my graduated filter's dead because I love my lead graduated filters. I don't like the big stopper because it just is. I don't use it much because I hate waiting round. But right, let's do it in real time. Show you what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. Cool. I'm going to sit you on. Oh, hopefully I can sit you on this. Stay. Yes. No filters at the minute because I don't need them. Camera on a tripod into manual mode. I'm going f14 because I want to try and get quite a long shutter speed. So I'm going f14. At the minute, I'm quickly actually going to try a graduated filter. Fuck's sake, you pile of wank. Right, don't fall off. I might make a little thing actually so that stays on there. Right, I'm quickly going to try and see if a 0.6 graduated filter will get me a little bit more from the clouds. And then we can carry on. Lean 9 soft, lean 9 hard, lean 6. Just looks like. I'm going to put him in the outside slot because if I use when I put my, bring you around like that a bit so you can see him. That good? Outside slot. When I put the big stopper in, that goes closest to the lens. It's got a little gasket that makes it sit tight. Graduated filter. A little bit. Not much. I think I'm going to get away with it, like I say, because the dynamic range is really good on this camera. Let's try the Lee Don't need it. Don't need any graduated filters, which is fine by me. The less glass I've got to put in front of my lens, the better. Right. What are we going for? As we are. Info. I wouldn't normally put the horizon straight in the middle of the picture, but I am this time, just for demonstration purposes. I want to get quite a lot of the grass in the foreground in the picture, so we can see the movement, see what the big stopper does to that. Oh, blimey! And I want a bit of cloud in there. See if we get some movement. Canon EOS R, it's got a nice level, digital level, which saves me putting a bubble thing on the top. Tickety boo. Got my histogram up there, which I can't show you because you're on there, but never mind. Right, info. I'm going to put a 2-second timer on. So obviously I don't want the camera wiggle about. Focused on the day marker. At the minute I've got 40th of a second, f14, ISO 100. Take a picture. This is what the shot looks like. It's alright. Can't moan at it. Tickety boo. Now, all I'm going to do, I'm not going to change anything yet. Give him a clean. Got a few more clouds now. I swear someone's trying to wind me up. Stay. Big stopper, nice and clean. He goes inside gasket, so he's nice and close to the lens. Sit him on there. It's a bit dirty, really. Don't fall off. Problem is, I'm shooting at f14, so if there's any dirt, the sensor's going to pick it up big time. Chuck him back on there. Right, screen's gone black. Screen's gone black because I've got 10 stops of glass in front of it. The only thing I'm going to change is the shutter speed. I'm going to keep my ISO to 100. I'm going to keep my aperture at f14, and all I'm going to do is change my shutter speed. 30th of a second, 20th, bring it down, slower, 6th, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds. You can see the screen getting brighter. 25 seconds, 30 seconds. 30 seconds I could do, we're going a little bit longer. I'm just going to do that for now. 30 seconds. The only thing I've changed is the shutter speed. Take the picture. 2, 1, count to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch my legs actually. Oh, don't fall off, you bloody thing. Could always speed this bit up, but I'm not going to, because I want it to be all done in one shot so you can see what I'm doing. No cheating. Oh, this might be a little bit dark. I could have done with about 35 seconds, but and that there is exactly the same, but 30 seconds. If I press play on here and zoom in, that's another cool thing with this Canon EOS R. It's like using a phone. The touchscreen's amazing. Got a little bit of movement in the grass, but not a lot. Could have done with a bit more, really. But anyway, that is the difference between the two shots. You can see what it's done to this. See, some people like it, some people don't, but that's the main difference. So that's what happens when you put the big stopper on, and that's how easy it is to use. Set your camera up, ISO 100. Don't need to be any higher than that. ISO 100 because you're on a tripod and you're going for a long exposure anyway. Set your aperture to whatever you want. I normally go around f14 because I want quite a long time. Take your shot. The only thing you change when you put your big stopper on is your shutter speed, because you just want to let more light in. So you're going from a quick shutter speed to a slower shutter speed. That's pretty much as simple as it is. Not the best shot in the world. I've noticed on here the clouds behind me are brilliant, so I might go and take a shot over there in a minute. Cheers for watching. Hopefully see you in the next vid. Bye.